Hey, hey. Who made this schedule anyway? Oh, okay. So a couple of things. One is I just realized I have a huge smudge on my glasses. So here I go. Let me do this. Let me clean my glasses. TikTok is telling people that I'm showing up. I see people are working. Christine, the strawberry girl. Christine, banana split lady. Christine, love it. Hey everybody. Ooh, my Christine, love it. Hey everybody. Ooh, my looks much better now. Nice to see you. And Michelle and Penny. I hope you guys are doing some good stuff. I hope you guys are doing some things that are good for you in between these TikTok lives. I am doing something. One is that, and this is kind of a cool idea, is I am doing my TikTok lives from my office, my room today, because it's been kind of doom and gloomy outside. We had some unexpected snow, and so everything was very kind of monochromatic. And so I decided to just show up and do them from my office. I was trying to make it special by, yay, Melissa made it through a regional visit. Awesome. Hope they didn't make you cry about the basket wall like I cried when they yelled at me about the basket wall. Pier 1 Imports. Anyhow, I decided to put on something different over my hoodie that I put on last TikTok lives to make it different so I don't basically mistakenly delete a recorded TikTok live, and make it be like, look, it's 6 o'clock Eastern. Okay, so hey folks, I am here for yet another TikTok live. They are winding down. I'll be honest with you. Okay, what time is it even? Okay, that was yesterday. I need to catch up on stuff. I am beginning to feel the effects of doing a lot of stuff and not enough recovery, but that's okay. Because I am here for you now. We're going to do the best we can. Thank you for thinking my hair looks great. Hey, Abbott Elementary. I'm glad I gave you the unpacking motivation. I'm glad you had a good time, so thank me. My God, it isn't even the other TikTok live I'm going to do at night. I am psyched that you had good time traveling. Yeah. Bad thing. Okay, so here we go. Kat Roby. I swear, if I've done my job right here, people, with all these TikTok lives I've done this week, everybody is going to so notice the impact that taking some time to declutter and doing a little bit at a time and taking a break and doing some on taking a break, like when I'm showing up, is totally making a difference. Excuse me, I have a little fuzz on my tongue. Yes, Penny, exactly. Vacation is coming. I have 18 hours before we leave. Yeah, actually 18 hours from now, which would be noontime on Friday, Eastern. That's when I will be winding down my last TikTok live until I travel. Not my last TikTok live ever, And I love this. Kat Roby has got her scheduled Beth blinders on. What are you going to do between 6 and 7 right now? Doesn't have to be the whole hour. It can be just a portion of this. What are you going to focus on to get done that you know is going to make you feel better after you do it? So Kat has got this. She's going to pay a bill. She didn't say I'm going to pay all the bills. She's going to pay a bill. 2, she's going to consolidate her sunscreen. I look forward to doing that when I travel next week. And high-level sort, I love that. A very high-level sort of travel and makeup items, not getting down into it. I was up above it. Now I'm down in it. That sounds like a great plan to me. Very cool. Now that we're going, yes, and not that you're counting. I know. I actually counted because you said it. And thank you. I plan on having the best time, and thank you, you guys. All sorts of good. Penny is doing nothing but decaf coffee because I worked all day. Okay? Yeah, nothing wrong with that, you guys. We all got to pace ourselves. I will share with you. So for those of you who would have, maybe this is the first TikTok live that you caught of me today. This is my 4th TikTok live today. I had an unexpected bonus one because I trusted my head and didn't cross-reference it with my calendar, and I showed up early. I showed up at the wrong time, wearing the wrong trousers. Okay? I offer this to you because different times of the day, we all feel different at different times of the day. And actually, right now I feel a little bit chilly, so I'm going to put on my space heater. Hold on. There we go. You may see the dimming of the lights in our in our little house. I hope I don't blow a fuse. Maybe I should put it in another what do you call it? Plug-in. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. What I want to share with you is this. Chunk it down. Do little bits at a time, but just keep on doing those little bits. It totally adds up. I thought of a perfect analogy of this today. Yes, thank you, Radical Girl. Socket. Notice, and I think before I was saying that was different times of the day, you probably have more gas in your tank. I tend to have my gas tank empty in the later afternoon and evening because I wake up early and I do a lot of my coaching and consultations and stuff. I front load my day, and so it's right that I should feel a little bit tired during this time. So somebody mentioned that they were drinking decaf. After I did my TikTok live, I went and laid down on my bed and I scrolled on TikTok. Now this is cool. A Wild says, getting rid of stuff makes me feel like I'm waking from a coma. That sounds like a good feeling for me. I love that idea. You know what? I'm actually going to get this blown on me right here, too. There we go. Okay. So, what can I tell you? I can introduce myself to the people who don't know me. Hey, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered. I can't keep it straight. I am pretty sure that TikTok is going to be around for a few more days yet, but I can't even keep up. So here's my plan. I hope you make a plan too. Hope for the best, but plan for the worst, and you'll be covered in either scenario, okay? I planned on Sunday, when I first heard the news that it was really probable that TikTok was going down, to do as many TikTok lives as I could. Hey, Gen X, nice to see you. And damn it, Donna. I said, I want to show up. If this is the only time we're ever going to be able to be on TikTok together, I'm going to show up as much as I can before they kind of knock down the neighborhood. Eminent domain, what do you call that? Urban redevelopment, all that kind of stuff. I am also, my own life, I planned on traveling. So even if TikTok stays a couple of days next week, I may miss like that window. So I'm doing the both. I made a plan to show up as a person who creates content for people, who shares her stuff, who wants to engage with people, so that I could be here for you to help you calm down your nervous system, to help you freaking out about the TikTok. At the same time, for you, I am also downloading all of these TikTok lives that I'm doing this week, as I have done for almost 2 years, downloading them and uploading them to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. So when I come back from my travels, if TikTok is not here, I send out an email to the people on the list and I say, hey, we're meeting over here. I hope not to have to do that, frankly. Call me lazy. I like TikTok. I'm also doing this as a consumer on the flip side of TikTok, as a person who enjoys it and shares, who likes things and saves things, is I am, between now and the next TikTok live, going to download my favorites to a external hard drive so that I don't have to worry about them should the place go blank. So that when I come back, if TikTok's not here, I've got you, babe. Okay, I've got you guys. And I also have the things that I favorited, the recipes, really mine is honestly, it's about travel destinations, okay? So I'll have that I can go through at my leisure. I don't have to be so pressured. And we have a good place to meet, okay? So I share that with you. That's my plan. Do you have your exit strategy for TikTok? If not, you have time to make one. See, the wonderful thing is I will be set. If I download all of my favorites, to an external hard drive, and I think there's a Chrome application, a Chrome extension you can use for that. Now I'm warm. You can do that. It's better to have a plan and not have to use it than not have a plan at all. Okay? It's also good to have a plan and be flexible with it. Now, I know since I'm not going to be around next week, it's going to be good for mine. So I ask you, thank you. Everybody's liking my hair. I'll have to tell Phil. I was thinking it was a little bit short, but thank you. And it will grow. Barefoot is asking, do you have a Facebook page? I do, but, really big but. I also have got a big but and I can't deny, okay? I will not be posting any of my Destination Decluttered information stuff. I will not be actively updating Facebook or Instagram because of Mark Zuckerberg. I had done that. I had been doing it all along. But as we know, things change in a hot minute, and I don't want to, I have no interest in making either of those platforms a success. And the good thing is I can go elsewhere. So my elsewhere is YouTube. And then from there, we'll see what else comes around. I am flexible. I am nimble. I will show up, but I'm going to let other people kind of vet some of those places, okay? The other one is, somebody says, how do you download, says Tenacious J. I am not an expert on this. What I would recommend is after my TikTok live, or even during it, you can always come back. It doesn't matter if you leave me. There are people out there who are walking you through that process. Notice how many helpers are on this TikTok platform. I'm not here to help you with the downloading because I'm learning from somebody else myself. But I'm saying if there's something you don't know how to do, go look for the helpers, says Mr. Rogers and Beth from Destination Decluttered. Now, Beth from Destination Decluttered, as I speak about myself in the third person, I am here as a helper for you and your clutter. And probably you and how your head and heart and hands deal with your clutter. And especially basically, or part of it anyway, seriously, your nervous system is how you feel before you even started. Okay? Now here's a fun thing, speaking of decluttering and keeping track of your good stuff. Awesome Sauce says, I have a paper with tick marks. Tick, 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 tick. Since May 3rd of 2024, I have gotten rid of 120 trash bags of items. You tell me every little bit helps, doesn't work? Look at that. 120 trash bags. Can you even imagine? Congratulations, Awesome Sauce. That is awesome sauce. Okay? So good. Yeah. Linda MC. The sucker MCs. If TikTok is not here, and I keep on qualifying it with that, if TikTok is not here upon my return from my travels, I will be on YouTube. Okay? I will be on YouTube. And the wonderful thing is, let me just share this with you all, okay? I try to make it wicked easy for you. And check it out. Kat Ruby already paid her bill. Boom, done. Check mark, tick mark, cross it off, highlight the good stuff you did, you know? And this is nice. Awesome Sauce says, thank you, Beth. Your videos have helped keep me company. Awesome Sauce. That's why I create those. That's why I upload the videos of my TikTok lives, is to keep you company, to let you know you're not alone when you're decluttering, even if I'm not there physically. The recordings are like 80% as effective, right? Yeah. So if TikTok is not around, I'm telling you now, my first place will probably be to be YouTube. However, the best place to be, if you're looking for me, is to hop on my mailing list. Okay? Because my mailing list, a lot can happen in a week, as we know this. I leave on my trip tomorrow. I don't get back till the 28th. Who knows what's going to go on? I will be happily off the digital grid. So whatever happens, I will deal with it well when I come back. But maybe, YouTube implodes or something. I have no idea. If you're on the mailing list, I can pivot, kind of like you're doing a dance and then you pivot. I can pivot, and then I can let you know where I'm going to be. Okay? Now, Christine Gormley is saying, I can also vouch for the wonderful videos. It's like I have somebody keeping me company, someone keeping me company while I'm decluttering. Awesome. That's what they're for. And I will share with you guys, they weren't even my idea. The TikTok lives were, but somebody 2 years ago said, have you ever considered recording those and uploading those to some place where I could watch them later? I think that might be helpful. It wasn't something that would occur to me. I actually prefer the way I'm wired. I like quiet and silence to get myself done. I can become easily distracted with other things. So that didn't occur to me. So it was great that somebody else asked for what they wanted. That one mystery person is, and me being able to say, yes, I can do that, and then I did it, is helping all y'all. So I say this, never be afraid to ask for what you want. Never be afraid to make a suggestion of something that might help. While the answer won't always be yes, the answer is always no if you never ask. And so you increase the likelihood of getting what you want by figuring out what it is. I want a recording of this TikTok live, and then asking for it. Okay? So ask for that. And do not hesitate to ask for what you want. And here's a fun thing. When you ask for what you want, when you define for what you want, and you don't just ask somebody else for it, but you make it happen, it's really cool. It's really cool to get what you want, to figure it out and make it happen. Make those cool things happen. Make that change. Okay? Now, for the topic that I tend to talk about the most, besides kind of that general life coachy stuff that I just gave you, which is 100% true, by the by, is also the practicality and the baby steps of getting started decluttering. Hey, this is fun. And one of the things that can encourage you to start decluttering is by knowing what you're going to get when you start it. I will put up with doing something I don't particularly enjoy if I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the result I want. Kat Roby is saying, a visit to my newly decluttered silverware drawer to get the scissors is already making me smile. I love it. So I ask you, all 70 plus people here, do you smile when you open up your silverware drawer? Is it easy for you to look into your silverware drawer? Oh my God, that was my Boston accent. Drawer. Look at me trying to put R's in things. When you open up your silverware drawer, are you able to easily find what you're looking for? Can you easily open it? Do the things that are in your silverware drawer work well for you? Okay? If the answer is no, let's start there. You know? How you do, okay, Charlie Ghost, awesome. Okay, so notice this. If you're good, that's fine. If you're not, let's do something about it. So, silverware drawers. Anybody get a silverware drawer that doesn't make them feel so great? I remember Abbott Elementary and I worked on this. Okay, so Lazy Paws Club says our drawers don't have tracks. Okay, I don't like that feeling myself. I don't like a drawer that doesn't work well. Okay, so where do you have clutter? The process is the same. So Lazy Paws Club, I ask you, could you add tracks to your drawers? Would that be better? You know? Okay, Reclaiming Jen, thank you for helping me through the I can't pronounce drawer. Drawer. Ugh. All right. I went through a few drawers over winter break, says Sweet Rain. I hope that helped. Yeah, Lazy Paws Club. Yes, sometimes we are stuck with infrastructure that doesn't work so well. They were faulty or something and it was so frustrating. Maybe you can do something else about it. Okay, Kat Roby is saying wax the bottom of the drawers without the tracks. Okay. Yeah, that's an idea. Notice how we're here to help each other. Okay. We have at Dad's house and it makes a huge difference. I will share with you, in my mother's house, there are two kind of antique-y chests of drawers. And I am telling you, what do I want to say? Those drawers have stuck ever since I've known them. And my mother's like, well, that's just the way they are. Me, I'm like, let's do something about it. No, that's fine. It's just the way they are. Notice the difference. Experiment. You can do stuff. Okay, if they fall forward as you pull them out, maybe what you do is, this is what I would try. Okay, you pull too forward. I have this in a bottom drawer of one of my mid-century modern things. You might want to pull the drawer out to where it's not going to fall and take a Sharpie on the top of the drawer and put a line that you say to yourself, don't pull it out past this line. Okay? Thank you. God, maybe I should get my hair cut more often. Everybody's saying I look so nice. Okay, Sweet Rain says my bathroom drawers do that. Yeah, notice if you don't know when to stop pulling, it might fall out. So find yourself a way to indicate, don't pull further than this. And I'm telling you, a Sharpie is a girl's best friend. Right? Get curious, get clever. You guys are problem solvers. You have good brains. I'm here to help you with that too, because I'm a problem solver. Yeah, and falls out and falls on my foot. Oh my God, I would hate that. I would hate that. Especially because I just got a mani-pedi today. Look at me being all girly. So, notice you can do something to change what bugs you. Okay? Cat Roby attached a little wooden stopper to the top of the drawer so it wouldn't fall out. Okay? Try that. There are ways that you can stop the things that bug you, including voting. Okay? Yes, and that's for the warm place I'm going. Yep. And I'm also going to a not so warm place, but I don't want to talk about my travels. Let's talk about silverware drawers. All right? I'd rather do that. Silverware drawer in good shape, but reusable cups drawer difficult to close. All right. I'm sensing. I love it. Ruth Ann's like getting up to fix the drawer. Thank you. Okay. Michelle, I think you may have a quantity problem. I know myself when I went to go this morning, way early this morning, when I was getting my tea ready and emptying the dishwasher and shoving stuff back into the like the Tupperware things, it wasn't functioning as well as I wanted. And I said, you know what? I need to kind of rejigger this. So Michelle, what I offer to you would be your reusable cups drawer. Is it difficult to close because of the amount of stuff in it? Or is it the way the drawer is? Okay? All right? Okay, teacher's gifts. Okay. I feel so bad for teachers. You guys get all this crap. And I bet the parents, too, are feeling like, oh, shit, my kid can't be the only one who doesn't give the teacher a gift. What I want you to think about is your, what's the word I'm thinking of? Your obligation to keep a gift ends at the time ends at the time it no longer brings you joy. Okay? It doesn't mean you didn't enjoy those kids in your class any less to get rid of the teacher mug. If anything, you could donate them somewhere, and then maybe in some other teacher, some other kid can, grab that from the Goodwill and give it to their teacher, and it'll be the same mugs, like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Teacher mug, right? Okay, so the amount of teachers' gifts, and I'm assuming mugs, here's what I would like you to do. This is how I would do it. Okay, you have a couple of categories. Teachers' gifts, Six Flags reusable cups. Now, I don't know about Six Flags reusable cups, but my husband has been lucky enough to play at Epcot for the last many years, and often when we go there, we pay because we stay on property, we get like $20 and it's like a refillable cup. If we bring them home every year, you're right, our cupboards would be chock-a-block full too. But do we like ones that we would occasionally use for other things when we're not in Disney? Yeah. So I would suggest this to everybody. When you've paid for a reusable mug, if you already have too many at home, don't add to the collection. Use them for the time they're there and pretend maybe you're renting them. Pretend you rented them and didn't buy them. I will share this, and Disney may not like this, but I will share this with you. When we go down to Epcot and we stay, the very first thing I do when we go in is I buy that mug because I want to get the most money out of it, the most value. and I tend to with tea and Diet Coke and water and what have you. When we are going, typically there might be a few days left on like the subscription of that mug. So I will go before we leave and I will find a family just checking in and I'll say, hey, there's a couple days left on these mugs. You want them? Here, take them. If I don't find anybody who wants them, I will leave them somewhere where somebody might pick them up. So notice, I am not taking them to add to my collection at home. I don't need any more Disney mugs. I'm not a huge Disney fan to begin with. But I am finding another home for those things and not feeling obligated to keep it simply because I bought it. That may help you release some of those mugs. It also doesn't, oh, but then we got that one. Remember we got that one. We don't have a souvenir. You have other things to remind you of that time that you were at Disney or wherever. Do you need to own that specific mug to remember the good thing? Or could you use something else? Now, the thing I think would be great, frankly, would be you buy the mug once, and then every time you go back to Disney, you reactivate it, and you pay for that. I personally think that would be so much more sustainable, but they do what they do, but I do what I do. Okay? There you go. Sweet Rain says, some local restaurants use mismatched mugs. I was thinking of donate if they needed. Yeah, reach out to that place and ask them if they need them. Dishes break all the time, you're right. Somebody drops a mug, and especially if it's not like that old, heavy, like nice restaurant ware from diners. If it's just kind of consumer grade versus commercial, yeah, it might chip or whatever, you know? Okay. There we go. Cat Roby says, our local diner too, all fun, different mugs. I've been to a couple of places when I used to write books about diners and stuff that do that. I think it's a great idea. Yeah. And Laura Gibbon Voorhees says, Hubs and I are planning a trip to a cafe he found on TikTok, and they use donated mugs. What a great thing. Now here's the thing. Kick says, I literally had an intention. Notice where an intention is. It's maybe up in your head and in your heart. An intention to come home and clean. And then I spent an hour trying to start. You're revving your car. Vroom, vroom, vroom. It's not revving. Maybe you need a jump start. And then Kick says, I said, let me see if you're live, if I was live to help me motivate. And here I am. Okay. So, and there you go. Laura is definitely bringing a mug to add to their collection. So Kick, I will ask you this. I'll be your coach right now for a smidge. What was the thought that was running through your head that caused you to not start to declutter? I want you to write that down on paper and then put it in the comments. I'm going to lean over here and use the old-fashioned intercom system, aka yelling down the hallway to my husband for something. Okay, I'll be right there. Welcome to my life. Hey, Boo-Boo? Any chance you could bring me my water bottle? I think it's next to the bed. I'm getting kind of parched. Thank you, Boo-Boo. All right. There we go. So, everybody can play along with this game. Kick said, I thought I was going to do it, but then I didn't get started. So ask yourself, if you aren't decluttering right now, not that you have to be, what's a thought that goes through your head that stops you from starting? Write it down on a piece of paper and then write it in the comments, and then I can help you with it. Okay? Sounds like fun to me. All right. I see some people signing up for the mailing list. Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm parched. I'm wicked parched. Patricia Woodruff says overwhelming. Hey, Carla. Ash says overwhelmed. Ooh, I love the overwhelm, only because I can help you with this, okay? I might make a mistake. Okay, awesome sauce. Fear of making a mistake. Okay. All right. Now, this is a good one. Sweet Rain says, I need more rest for me, honestly, so I'm going to find a smaller job. Yeah. Match. Write this down. This is good stuff, people. Match the task that you're going to do to the time and energy that you have. Determine the amount of time you have, but it's not just about the amount of time you have, it's about the energy, the amount of gas you have in your tank. If you're not feeling it, downshift, downgrade to a lesser demanding task. Okay? Okay, I'm going to get to the overwhelm in a minute, but Carla Jane, I was thinking about you. I was, honestly. I have an update on the checking account. How'd it go? How'd it go? Now, overwhelm people while Carla types in. Okay, I see 3 overwhelms. Yeah, don't beat yourself up over anything. And look, Laura Gibbon Voorhees was thinking about you too. Overwhelm is a feeling. Overwhelm is a feeling of there's too much. And overwhelm is in. Think of the word over. I feel like I'm in over my head. I feel like I'm drowning. I'm so over this. All of this stuff is piled up all around me. Notice the feeling. Where do you feel that overwhelm feeling? We can do something about that. What I offer is, instead of over, I want you to think of the word down. Okay? I want you to sit down, if you can. Put your feet down on the ground. I want you to slow down. I want you to breathe down. Breathe down into the bottom of your lungs. Oh, I just got the check-in thing for my flight tomorrow. I'm so excited. Calm down, slow down, breathe down. Work on the overwhelm first. If it overwhelms you to look at the big picture, don't look at the big picture. Focus down on a little bit. Okay? So here's kind of a funny thing, Carla. Isn't it almost comical when you finally gear yourself up to do something and then something out of the blue happens where the system shut down last night, they couldn't access it, please come back tomorrow? Yeah. You know what? But you did it. Now you've been to the bank. If you got that far, tomorrow you can do it again. It'll be even easier. You know, stuff's going to happen. Birds got to fly, fish got to sing, right? No, that doesn't work. Okay? So look at everybody saying overwhelm. Okay? Wendy M. was overwhelmed by emotions, decluttering spaces with triggered items. Yeah, Sweet Rain said, tell me that this morning. See, I'm like better than therapy because I just have more fun. Okay? But yes, good for you for making the first step. Okay? Yeah, how are you resting your body? Now, this is the number one thing I say to everybody before you even start decluttering. From the skin within, how are you feeling? Your physical body. Do you have a headache? Do you have a tummy ache? Are you hungry? Are you wicked parched? Do something about it. Are your feet cold? Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? That's about as rappy as I'll get. How are you feeling in your nervous system? I know a bunch of you aren't feeling good there because you use that number one with a bullet name that everybody always says, overwhelm. Overwhelm. You're looking at it too big. You got to start small. If you look at the top of the mountain, you may never start getting up there. But if you just say, all right, I want to go to there, I'm going to start. So calming down your nervous system and taking care of your physical body is step number one for absolutely everything. If you miss that step, you'll know it. If you do that step, you're more likely to get the result you want, because then you're going to match what you want to do with the time and energy you have. And the time and energy you have will change once you start. You will have less time once you start moving, and your gas tank will empty. It's to be expected. Yes. And Carla Jane, today was just not meant to be the day. Tomorrow is another day. Fiddly-dee. Right? No, you did the good thing. You did the hardest part, which is going there and doing it. You went there to do it. You would have done it, but it's not your fault you didn't do it. It was up to somebody else. Stuff's going to happen. Okay? So, yeah, Linda, I need to break everything down into little jobs instead of it being a whole project. Yeah. Chunking it down. Remember I said calming down, quieting down, breathing down, moving your body down, shake your body down to the ground. Breathing down, calming down, shoulders down, down shifting, down regulating your nervous system. Part of it is also chunking down whatever you're doing. Don't look at it too big, chunk it down. Little baby steps, little baby bites of whatever you eat. You eat things a bite at a time. Everything we do is done in little increments. Why should decluttering be any different? It's not. It's the same thing. Okay? So don't judge yourself. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I will try again tomorrow. Yes. Thank you all, sweet friends, for thinking about me. Yes, we were keeping you in our thoughts. You know? And Carla says, I am absolutely determined now. My mom trusted me to do what I needed to do, and now I am mentally ready and will. Notice the difference when you feel mentally ready to do something. Okay? It makes a difference. And getting your nervous system and your body in a better shape will help you do it. And then saying, okay, I seriously am going to do this now. Okay? Yeah, Wendy M says, and I was doing this with a one-on-one paid client today, breaking into smaller tasks feels great. Checking off the progress. I was reviewing with her. She's a small business owner. And I was reviewing with her kind of list of things to do and what she did and what she didn't do. And a couple of times she had kind of said this and that. And I was like, oh no, pull those apart. Those are two different tasks. And get yourself the delight of being able to check it off. Or she likes to highlight the stuff. Highlighting the things you did. Yay, look at me. Look what I did. Nothing wrong with chunking things down. Everything right with chunking stuff down. Here's a fun thing. Stacy Babbage says, trying to put things away in my dressing room and just found an empty drawer. Yeah. Just me. I will be doing TikTok lives. Wait, YouTube lives. I will be. Yeah, I will be. Abbott Elementary. Backpack emptied. Check. And ready for the next adventure. Check. Feels like this. Check. I love it. I'm going to hydrate. There we go. This is a thing. Carla Jane, my Hot Peak highlighter is my jam. Not even kidding you. The client that I was talking to today, when I suggested to her to go get a highlighter to highlight the good stuff she had done, she came back with a pink one too. I love it. Yeah. Linda MC, I think I will start with one dresser drawer. That would make me feel amazing. Yeah, notice it doesn't take a lot to make you feel amazing. How cool is that? It doesn't have to be the whole thing, but man, I just open up that sock drawer and I'm feeling better already. I love it. Haley Cakes got 2 jackets out from my car and went straight to the room to hang it on the hanger. Awesome. Okay, Ash says, I wrote down what Carla said about her mom trusting her. My mom died recently, so I'm putting off so much. Okay, that's all right. Cat Mama is also going through her mom's stuff, you know? And you know what? Your mom is trusting you. Everybody's mom is knowing you're doing the best you can with what you have. The skills, the energy, the training. You all are doing an awesome job. Don't let anybody tell you anybody else. If they do, they got to come speak to me and I'll set them straight. All right? Now, here's a cool thing. You guys are watching a change of habit in action. And no, I'm not talking about that TV show or that movie with Elvis and Mary Tyler Moore playing a nun. Okay? But look at Haley Cakes. She said, I got 2 jackets out from my car and went straight to the room to hang it on the hanger. Instead of throwing it on the kitchen chair, which I usually do. She stopped throwing it on the kitchen chair and she started hanging it up. Awesome. The more you do that, the more it's just going to become natural. Okay? Oh, everybody's checking in for our flight. Luckily, we already have our assigned seats. Okay. Sweet Rain is saying, it was easier to donate some items to our friends who lost a home in a fire after Christmas too. Yeah. Notice, you guys, please notice, is when you have clutter, you have abundance. You have more than enough. You have more than enough. You know that, right? You may not feel this way. You may have an internal nervous system that still feels Lackey Lackerson? No. You have more than enough. That's why the quantity of stuff you have in your house does not feel good to you. Okay? And look at what Sweet Rain said. It was easier to part with, and I wasn't as attached as I thought. That's the wonderful thing about even using the word attachment, because there's an opposite called detachment. You can detach it. You know, this is attached to that. I can also unattach it, so I have this and that. Okay? Awesome. Yes, and please, everybody, work at a speed that works for you. And I love it, Laura Gibbon Voorhees, that you said it was like a little turtle or a little snail. Turtles and snails, they're cruising along. They're doing good. They're cruising at a pace that feels good to them. I don't care about that bunny, little rabbit foo-foo. No. And look who won the race. The tortoise did, because he just kept plugging along. Just showing up, showing up, showing up. We all like the dramatic stories of how people got to places, but many times it's plugging along. Even the people who have climbed Mount Everest do it a step at a time. They don't take the elevator, right? They didn't get the elevator. Sorry, I'm getting texts from friends. Oh my goodness. But you know what? That made me look up. We've already been here for 40 minutes together. Or, thereabouts. So I ask of you, what are you going to do with your one wild and precious life? Oh, Carla, you're such a good kid. You are. Carla Jane says, anyone that would like to chat, message, etc., just to have a partner or friend, please message me. Notice that's Carla Jane, Jane with a Y. Okay? Please use this time together here to connect with people. Okay? Connect with people. That's connection. Oh my God, I apologize. I should have put on my thing, but I'll just stop talking about it. We have this time together. We may not have it in the future. Okay? So I just suggest to you, if you want to connect with people, this is a place to do it. It's a cool little community. We have wicked nice people, but it's up to you. You're going to do what feels right to you and honor that. Yeah, okay, so JM 2021 says, I learned that I enjoy buying things more than having the thing. I used to be a collector, so I would buy things and I would enjoy looking for them. To me, I was a hunter. I enjoyed the thrill of the hunt. Okay? So I offer to you, notice, I enjoy buying it. What do you like about buying it? I'm not being nosy, I'm just being curious. I liked the thrill of the hunt. Ooh, maybe it was a treasure hunt. So that's why maybe I like to declutter so much, is I never know what treasures I'm going to find. Okay? So a couple of things. Carla will not be creepy. Carolyn is saying, how do I get your email? Easy. DestinationDecluttered.com is my website. The bottom of the homepage is a form. You put in your email address, promise you're not a robot, hit the button. You get a success page. Then, if everything works the way it's supposed to, in your email box, you should get a welcome email. Okay? You're all set. That welcome email has a link to a secret page, and that secret page has a lot of cool stuff on it for you, including the times of my remaining 3 TikTok lives this week. And no, I'm not going dark because TikTok. I'm going because I'm leaving for a trip tomorrow night. Okay? And I am not on Insta. Michelle with 1 L, you may find me on Insta, but I will not be adding anything to my content there. And upon my return from my trip, I will be actively kind of dismantling that. Okay, so please do not follow me on Facebook and Instagram because I'm not going to be showing up there. Okay, I hope that helps. Yes, Wendy, I was singing that the other day. Maybe if at the end of today I will leave with that theme song. Yes, nothing lasts forever. It is true, but man, can we have fun while we can? All right. So. Yeah, Nina says the welcome email must have gone to my junk mail. Check the junk mail. Everybody check your junk mail. Sometimes in the real world and online, good mail gets stuck in with the crappy stuff. Okay? Hey, there we go. Ellen says I fizzled. If I miss you tomorrow, go safely and come home safely. I plan on it. Hey, look at that. Cat Roby. Cat Roby says I filled my sunscreen bottle with 21 samples. Poof. Free new sunscreen. There we go. Okay, Sweet Rain says mine went to junk mail. And you know why? Because I've never emailed you before. So your email's like, who's this? I don't know. It might be dangerous. It's not. It's just me. It's just me. Yeah, please don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook. It's a recent thing. It's recently because Mark Zuckerberg has made some changes that I don't agree with. Okay? But you don't need to worry about it because there are other places we can meet. Other, better, nicer places owned by people that aren't so evil. Okay? There we go. Yeah, just you can look up your mail from me. Beth at destinationdeclutter.com is my email address. Please do not email me, random stuff, but that's where it would come from. Okay? So, 14 minutes until 7 o'clock. Here we are. Here we are. We got some time together. How do you want to spend it? Okay? And Leslie M's, thanks for your principled approach. I am nothing if I'm not integritous. So here's a fun thing. Maybe we can celebrate some wins. Michelle emptied the cup drawer. Remember earlier Michelle was saying her cup drawer wouldn't shut well, and it had Six Flags things and teachers things. Emptied cup drawer. Only 2 Six Flags cups, but 9 lids, so those were recycled. 7 and straws Soar Cycle 23. I'm not sure what either of those are, but I hope it means something good. Okay? Oh, okay. And 27 straws. Yes. Isn't this interesting? You thought your brain, much like today that my brain told me I had a TikTok live at 2 o'clock, but it was really at 3. Your brain says, oh my God, I have so many Six Flags mugs. And then you looked in reality and you checked your sources. You just double checked your sources and your brain was wrong. No harm, no foul. Your brain was wrong. You only had 2. Okay? So notice, everybody, please, both in your head and in the world, check your sources. If somebody says something, just double check if anybody else is saying it, or is it incorrect? For me, I trusted my brain, which I often do, but I also double checked on my calendar because I know currently that I don't keep my really detailed schedule in my head. I write it down. I share it with you, my TikTok lives anyway. Okay? So I forgot to look at my schedule as closely as I should have. So I screwed up. No big deal. But just double check your sources and see if it's fact-based. Is that really true? You ask yourself with question. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so hard. Is that really true? Well, if it seems so difficult, how could we make it easier? Skepticism, nothing wrong with it. If it's a valid thought, it will hold up under scrutiny. If it's an erroneous thought, you can be like, yay, I'm glad I don't think that anymore. If I had looked at my calendar earlier today and I was like, oh, I'm wrong. My TikTok isn't until 3 o'clock. I would have spent an extra hour scrolling on TikTok or doing something, right? So I offer that as a way to go about the world, both in the global world and in your personal world. Don't necessarily believe what you think. And definitely don't believe out of hand what somebody tells you to think. Including me. Please, test out what I say. If it works for you, great. But if it doesn't, you come back to me and you let me know. I am here to help, not to harm. And if I'm saying something that doesn't work, I want to correct what I'm saying so I don't harm anybody. Okay? So, yes, took me a while, said, damn it, Donna, it took me a while to shift to problem solve things. Yes, you can solve. That was actually, here's a really interesting thing. I thought about this the other day. I often would tell people that clutter isn't a problem, but actually I'm going to correct myself because somebody reminded me about something from the word problem. A problem has a solution. A math problem has a solution. If you got a problem, I'll solve it. So maybe it's good that it's a problem. You problem solve, and then it's done. So notice this. You can solve your clutter problems. Okay? So, such good people here. We have 10 minutes left. And then I'll share this with you now. I have one more TikTok live scheduled this evening. It's in a couple hours. If you want to find out specifically when it is, because I don't want to do the time change thing, and please, at this point, I wouldn't even trust if that's in a couple hours. I would need to look and do the math. Make sure you're on the mailing list. Make sure that you have access to that link in the welcome page. Click on the link to the secret page. You'll find the TikTok schedule. Now, I'm looking at it right now. Let me do it. I can find it on my own here. Boop-de-boop. And, oh, it's funny. I already had it up. And then I have 2 more TikToks tomorrow. And then, whoosh, I am going to be traveling, okay? So if you want to know when I'm in, maybe tonight doesn't work for you, you're done. That's cool. Trust yourself to know what's right. And see if the times that I'm doing TikTok lives tomorrow, I will say they're going to be morning. They're going to be before noon. See if those times work for you. Okay? That's the beauty of being on the mailing list. The other cool thing is, as soon as I'm home from my travels, I will be updating that page and sending out an email so you guys know where to find me upon my return. But in the meantime, you know you can do some things. You do. You are a smart person. You know things. If you asked yourself, what are some things I could do to declutter my home? You would come up with a list. I suggest writing it down. Do not worry if your brain dump list is too big. You can chunk it down from there, but get it out of your head and down to a paper. See how tired I'm getting? Get your thoughts out of your head and down on paper. That's another down. Okay? Now, this is funny. Penny says, I fell asleep last night during the live. It's funny. I was watching somebody else here that I follow on TikTok. I can't remember her name. Tall girl, something, saying, I fell asleep last night at the live, so see how calming you are? Yeah. So Linda MC is saying, I crave your lives for needed incentive. Okay, well, first of all, start to learn how to generate your own incentive by getting excited. Create a destination you're excited about. But also, for everybody, if you are not... I totally lost my train of thought there. Hold on. Oh, when I'm gone next week, there are plenty of recorded TikTok lives on YouTube that you can do it. Okay? So, yeah, notice that. But also notice, please, when you decide to declutter, make sure you're scheduling it at a time that works for you, that you actually have some energy. You know? Yeah? Tall girl, yes. So, I hope I've set you up for success. I love it. Kat Roby is checking in because she got some good stuff done. High level sort, doing it on a tray so I can pick up tomorrow. And she's got a dinner date today with a family at 5. A wonderful reason to stop. Please learn how to easily stop your decluttering. This is interesting. I know it's a few minutes before we leave, but this is really something to think about. We often talk about how to get started. We rarely talk about how to stop. Think about it like driving a car. You're always wondering how to get started, but knowing how to easily and safely stop is a skill in itself. Okay? So learn how to slow down. Look at me. I'm winding down what I'm saying. I'm realizing I'm keeping an eye on the gauge, aka the clock. I am winding things down. I am letting people know that we're going to be done in about 6 minutes. I am letting people know that we can show up again. So I suggest to you, learning how to slow down and stop and start again is a really important skill to have, both when you're driving a car and when you struggle to get started with decluttering, especially folks who have ADHD. Because ADHD people, takes them so long to get started, they finally get started and they're fearful of stopping for fear of not being able to start again. Okay? So how can you slow yourself down, wind yourself down to stop? I highly recommend practicing decluttering for a certain amount of time with a timer. Time for timer. Okay? Time for timer. Set a timer for a certain amount of time. declutter, and then when the timer goes off, you can make a decision. I can stop right now, or I can keep on going. If you keep on going, keep on setting your timer, but practice stopping and deciding, stopping and deciding, stopping and then starting again. A timer can help. Now, Debbie says, do you find that people have better times of the day that they work best? Yes, I do. And that's completely up to them, but I want you to get in touch with that. Now, I used to work for a place for quite a while that had 3 shifts. You know, Sweet Rain said I'm a swing shifter. I was first shift. I worked basically from either 6 to 2 or 7 to 3. There were other people that were mid-shift, and then there was the overnight crew. And I will share with you, that to me is an unsustainable model. That is not how the human body is built, but that's more for capitalist production. Now, I share that with you because your time of day that you do things is going to be different from mine, and it also may change during the year. I can wake up a lot earlier in the summer, in the warm weather, in the sun, than I can when it's cold and dark out. So just start to learn about yourself. When's the time of day that things feel easy? Okay? Now, I love it. Ruth Ann has got a couple of tools in her toolkit, the timer and making a list. I love it. Sweet Rain says first thing and then late in the afternoon. Funny thing with me, late in the afternoon, especially this week, because I've been doing so many TikTok lives, I have found that between 4 and 6, I'm pretty much like, whoosh. I'll go lay on the bed, I'll scroll on TikTok, I'll take a nap, and then I'll say to my husband, because he's so nice, I'm like, can you bring me a snack? And he brings me a little snack. Okay? Now, Carla Jane is offering you guys. Carla is one of my one-on-one clients, and we have been for a while, and I totally love working with her. And she also comes on here to help you guys. And so Carla is saying, and she's learning from her own experience, okay? Carla is offering to you, please stop before you exhaust yourself. When you are exhausted, you run the risk of wiping out or injuring yourself, honestly. Okay? No. So please, you would do the same thing. Drive your body as kindly as you would drive your car. If you have no gas in your car, you're going to seize up your engine. Now, Tenacious J says, I've been repeatedly shamed for doing things later in the day. By whom? Let me have a word with them. No, please. There are people who think there's only one way to do things. There are many ways to do things. And I am here to show you how to do things sustainably, working with yourself as opposed to against yourself. You know, those are people who have no imagination. Okay? When you look at a way to do it that feels good to you, you're going to do it. When you take rests, it means that you're going to have more energy when you come back. Yeah. Wendy M says, take the breaks or else your body will do it for you. Yeah. Beth says, I like to take a break and take the items to donate out of the house. Yeah, maybe they're out of the house and into the car. What a great way to do that. This is fun. All right, we got like 2 minutes. Kat says, fun body wash packet I found from Venice. Now scheduled for my next bath. Yes, please. Use your toys. Play with them. As Irma Bombeck once said back in the day, burn those candles. Tenacious J, how would I respond? I love Sweet Rain says, that's a them problem. I would probably flip the bird to them. Okay? I would probably flip the bird to them behind their backs because I'm snarky like that. And then I'd go and do whatever the hell I want. But I'd get really curious of that, who it was. But I would still honor yourself. You work better in better conditions, so create the conditions which allow you to thrive. Okay? Yeah. As Carla Jane says, please do not accept the shame. No, shame is just going to keep you stuck. Notice how people throw turds at you. They throw little pieces of dog turd at you. Just because you initially catch it doesn't mean you have to you have to hold it. You can drop it or you can throw it back at them. Okay? Now, okay, it's 6:59. Hold on. I get something in my head. What was it? I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and sing a song. Seems it just looks like we just got started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. All right, Carol Burnett and I say temporarily we say so long, but I'll see you in one more TikTok live. I may be in my pajamas, but I'll be there for you, and I'll see you tomorrow as well. Okay, you guys are doing a great job. I'll see you. Bye.